What is going on, everybody? What is happening? Hope everybody's doing good today. I'm going to show you right now how I went from a losing trader, like losing thousands of dollars, to being a profitable trader, making thousands of dollars. So I'm going to show you step by step how, if you're losing right now, how you could end up winning right now after you watch this video, and how to really start implementing more habits, and as well as a good strategy, and going over the exact strategy I use to become profitable. So let's go ahead and start here, guys. You guys are going to enjoy this one. But before we do, subscribe, hit that like button down below. We got to show some support, guys. I'm going to give you the golden nuggets of trading. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in here today. So number one, you guys, to be a profitable trader, you must develop a strategy. Any strategy, as long as you back test it and you risk manage a bit. You don't want to be, wasting $500 a trade. You want to be at least doing 2% of your portfolio, 1 to 2% on the safe side, because the least you risk, the more beneficial it will be for you, because you'll be less impacted by losses. If you go through a trade, you're going to go through every trade emotionally if you don't apply risk management, okay? Understand? So with that being said, number one, strategy. Number two, risk management. But anyway, I'm going to show you the things that traders don't teach you. So let's go ahead and jump in. So with the strategy, I'm going to go ahead and go over this really quick with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and go on the NASDAQ. If you want to trade futures, you're going to trade NASDAQ. If you want to trade Forex, you're going to trade, USD, Euro, whichever pair you're going to trade. But for this example, I'm going to go ahead and go on the NASDAQ. So I'll need a bias, guys. To have a strategy, you must have a bias, okay? And this is exactly how I went from a non-profitable trader to a profitable trader, going on the higher time frames first and actually having a bias. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look here and see if there's any inefficiencies. What I mean by inefficiencies, guys, these are fair value gaps. These are order blocks. Guys, these are different things in the markets that identify that price is going to make a sudden move based off of that bias. So you're going to develop that bias. So let's go ahead and look at the fair value gap. If you haven't seen fair value gaps, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link right here to my video about fair value gaps, how to use them. Let's go ahead and see in the past. We can go left here. Oh, nice. We got a fair value gap here. Nothing here. Price is going to test that area, as you can see. And this should react as a bearish fair value gap. So we're going to predict that price will be going down from this area. So there's our bias with that. We got a small little bias. Let's go ahead and go to the 1 hour time frame. Boom. Here's another fair value gap on the 1 hour time frame. And let's label this 1 hour fair value gap. Spelled that wrong. 1 hour fair value gap. Okay. And then we're also going to go ahead and this is on the 4 hour. So make sure you label this, guys. You want to make sure you label this and know which fair value gap you're going to go into. So we went ahead and labeled that 1 hour fair value gap and 4 hour fair value gap. So we want to know which fair value gap this is going to be traded into. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and go on the 1 minute time frame now, as you can see. And we got our fair value gaps lined up, and now we have a bias. So now what's going to happen in the markets? What do we think what's going to happen? So there's two possibilities here. Will we see come into this fair value gap lower and maybe push out of here, or will it ultimately just come down here and use this as support and come down? When it comes to being a profitable trader, and if you want to be a profitable trader, you need to apply different things and different outcomes in the market. If you're going to be wrong, okay, what's going to happen next? Okay, now you're going to go ahead and identify liquidity points. So what is liquidity? It's just a low and a high, basically. Put it that way. So as you can see, I'm going to start with the low. I'm going to start with sell side liquidity. What is that? As you can see, we have these lows here. We have 1, 2, 3 pretty equal lows. We're going to mark all those out and draw a line. And we're going to name this sell side liquidity. Okay, there's a liquidity point. This is just way too easy, as you can see, of price to get into, because it's just so perfect. So we want to see price probably lead to that area, but we'll see. And then as you can see, we have buy side swept here. This is going to be our buy side, which then actually price got into and swept that. So now instead of that, this is our new buy side here. As you can see, so we got our liquidity points lined up, buy side and sell side. So we want to go ahead and catch a move within this range with these fair value gaps into play. So now since we swept that liquidity right here, as you can see, now we want to look for an order block, okay? So we're going to catch a small little move, okay? When it comes to starting out as a trader, you don't want to catch these big moves, okay? You just want to catch these small little increments. Let's put it this way. 15 to 25 handles is what you're going to aim for. Remember that, okay? So with buy side being swept, I want to see price probably getting into here in this area, or at least getting into this fair value gap. Now I want to look for an order block. What is an order block? We're going to go ahead and look from the high of our new buy side liquidity. We're going to go left till we see the last green candle, or the first green candle, and that uptrend right there, that little trend. I'm going to go ahead and mark out the low of that. This will be called our order block. Got it? So I want to go ahead and see price break this area, this line, and we catch our move off this order block. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. All right, so what's going to happen now, guys? Let's go ahead and see what's going to happen here. So I'm going to go ahead, boom, boom. We're going to sell here, okay? That was a bad entry, but anyway, you would have had a limit order there. This would have been a market order. This is the good thing about limit orders and market orders, because you get a better entry. But anyway, as you can see, let's go ahead and see what happens here. Price comes down. Here's another fair value gap. I want to see this get inversed, okay? As you're on the 1 minute time frame, look at other fair value gaps that could be inversed, which could be this one. Let's see how this respects. Can this come off of this fair value gap, or can this come down, retest, and lead into our profit? Let's see. All right. Oh, boom. Look at that. Immediately. Guys, look at this. Tell me this is crazy. That's within a minute. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minutes, you're making $1,000 off of one contract of the mini NASDAQ. Are you joking? This is crazy. This is exactly how, oh, sorry about that. This is exactly how you can become profitable by taking this exact strategy. This is a strategy I literally used to become profitable from a losing trader trying to bust my ass to become profitable. And I just gave you that. I would freaking give my arm and a leg for this info. I would literally give an arm and a leg for this information. Hit that subscribe button, guys. You got 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody. Have a good day. Take care. Trade on.